the kids on the team, not just your own. Here's a test for you. Do you know all the players on your child's team? Could you say hello to them by their first name? Embracing the entire team is a great way to show that your interest is sincere. Number 3, be a resource for your child's team. Does a teammate need help with transportation? Is the team trying to raise money for new uniforms? Is someone needed to organize a pizza party before the tournament starts? Maybe you can help. Number 4, try not to criticize the coach or the officials in front of your child. Hey, you're human, and there may be times when you need to vent, but be careful when and to whom you do it. Criticizing the coaching staff undermines its credibility and tends to put your child in the middle. And games are seldom won or lost because of an official's call. Remember, coaches and officials are objective. Most parents are not. Empower your child to talk with the coach about concerns. Everybody wants more playing time, and understandably so. But encourage your children to have that conversation with their coaches instead of you doing it for them. Giving teenagers the confidence and conviction to speak up for themselves is one of the greatest benefits of participating in high school sports. Number 6, focus on the life lessons your children are learning, not on win-loss records or how many points they're scoring. According to the NC2A, only about 2% of all high school athletes win a sports scholarship, and the average value of it is less than $11,000. But every child will benefit from the lessons they've learned as a result of participating in high school sports for the rest of their lives. It's difficult being the parent of a high school athlete. There's far more emotion and social pressure involved than is ideal. But if you follow these 6 pointers, not only will your children love and respect you, but so will their teammates and coaches. And you might even be named MVP. Thank you for your support of high school athletics in Indiana. Stay tuned now. The Indiana SRN game is next. Indiana SRN, where you're always in the game.
Semifinal game number 2 of City Alliance Volleyball Tournament action, powered by Indiana SRN. With Keith Myers, I'm Kurt Darling. Welcome back to Heritage Christian High School, the host of this year's City Alliance Tournament. Tonight, in game number 2, it is the Cathedral Fighting Irish and the Bishop Chittard Trojans, as of course both of these teams refer to each other as the opponent on 56th Street, as we were talking about on the air, off the air. Of course, you know, both these teams, they definitely know each other very well, and of course it's kind of a bitter rivalry between these two institutions, but nonetheless, 14-15 is the record for Bishop Chittard. 8-11 is the record for the Cathedral Fighting Irish. Both teams below 500 here so far this season. They're definitely going to want to try and get some bragging rights, but also to try and punch their ticket to that final against Heritage Christian.
You know, you look at not only they're not having a winning season, but you look at their opponents, and you look at Chittard playing in the Circle City Conference, which is a tough opponent every single night. Cathedral playing independently, you know, tough volleyball. But the institution, both institutions, is almost is just a preeminent power in the state of Indiana, because at the end of the year, sectional-wise, both of these teams will make very, very strong noise.
And, of course, Cathedral has always made strong noise in this tournament, as we were talking about in the first game, is the fact that Cathedral has won this tournament 8 years in a row. Now this year, they're kind of down, coming into this tournament with a losing record, 8-11 into this game. Now they're going to try and punch their ticket to go and face Heritage Christian, who has pretty much wiped the floor with everybody except 2 opponents this year. It's definitely a much different landscape than it was just a year ago.
Yeah, one of the things that you have to look at is if you have this long winning streak, somehow you know how to win. You will yourself to win this game. If anything, you don't want that streak to stop. But if you're Chittard, you want to stop the bleeding. If you're Heritage Christian, you want that to be stopped. But you'll see tonight situations where teams might not be able to come over that. Cathedral will find a way to will themselves to get back into this thing over and over and over again. And
of course, now the Bishop Chittard Trojans come into this contest having won 3 out of their last 5 games. They beat Heron in the second round after Heron beat Crispus Attucks in the first round. Cathedral getting the bye as the number 2 overall seed. And so they're actually, the Cathedral beat Heron. Of course, Bishop Chittard had to get through Indianapolis, Washington, and then Covenant in the second round to get to this to get to this juncture here. So now it's Bishop Chittard and Cathedral. Cathedral headed up by Mary Hemmer, who was a very, very good volleyball player in her own right back in her day. Then also you have Heather Lyon on the other side here for Bishop Chittard, who is 30-32 just in her second year at the helm of the Trojans.
And both of these coaches, one of the things about this Final Four, all 4 of these coaches know each other. You had 2 of the 4 play in the same conference, but they with Cecina also in the Archdiocese. It's a lot of fun seeing these coaches reenact. I got to sit in the coaches meeting a year ago in the city draw, and for the back and forth and the give and take, and not giving either one of room. It's a lot of fun because they have some competition between themselves. They go, I want to beat you, you want to beat me. Let's see what you can do. So a lot of fun. Cathedral wearing those green uniforms, and when you wear green, sometimes they're hard to stop, but we'll see what happens with Chittard. I think this will be a great matchup.
And, of course, Cathedral coming into this contest, likely missing one of their key players in Sarah Casper, who definitely was a really, really big dynamo player for them last season. She led the team in kills, but as far as we understand it, she has not played since Newcastle back early in September. And so now Cathedral has really had to rely on the play of Katie Bremer, the junior, who's leading the team in kills this year with 113 kills.
You go to Stu, you look at Casper, and her mom and dad are great people. Stu is one of our great officials in the state of Indiana in football, and that's where she gets her athletic ability. From her mom, not from her dad. So, Dad, if you're listening, hello, and thank you very much for tuning in. But, you miss a cod in the wheel like that, and it's really hard to replace. We'll see what happens here.
And, of course, another a couple big players here for the Bishop Chittard Trojans. You have Abby Murray, who definitely leads the team in blocks, and also Carly DeCastro, 40 kills for them as well. But then Samantha Ball, she has 187 kills coming into this one, but she's also really, really dangerous on the serve. She has 46 aces this year to lead the Trojans.
Yeah, you see them wearing pink tonight, so our hope that the same numbers that they gave us about a week ago are the same numbers they have tonight. If not, we really owe you an apology, but I think we're going to be in good shape.
This is definitely, and we were talking about how this rivalry is very, very heated, but still, it's been lopsided over the last several years or so. In fact, over the last decade, Chittard has only managed to beat Cathedral in the game of volleyball 4 out of 21 meetings.
I had that rivalry when I coached this game. Columbus Christian was our rivalry. They had a hard time beating, especially when we were at home. They had a hard time. But once they got to beat us, they beat us 4 times in a row. Man, that was a bad taste in your mouth. You want this victory as much as you can tonight if you're Chittard.
And then not to mention the fact that obviously this is to punch your ticket to go play Heritage Christian. Yep. But as we talked about earlier in the first game, you've got sectional play right around the corner once this tournament's over.
You want to stay healthy. You want to stay healthy. You don't want anybody to get hurt. But you also want to play tomorrow night because we'll have the broadcast for you at 7:30. It's just you're in that mode, and this is a big time matchup. And I thought the first game was going to be pretty good. This will be a lot of fun. We're looking forward to this game.
Heritage Christian beat Cecina in straight sets in the first game. That game here earlier on Indiana SRN, and you can, of course, go watch that game back on our YouTube channel at Indiana SRN. Be sure to follow us on that, and also you can follow us on Twitter at Indiana SRN to get updated scores, game day schedules, and much more. Just go to our Twitter page and click the follow button at Indiana SRN. Both teams in their respective huddles getting themselves amped up. And Keith Myers, we definitely have a really, really good contest, as you mentioned here. And, of course, at Heritage Christian High School, again, a socially distant broadcast here at Heritage Christian. Good to see many people here doing what they can to try and at least help prevent the spread of coronavirus. But one thing I always try to make a point of whenever I'm doing a broadcast, Keith, is the fact that these two teams are on the court here just shows imperatively how both of these institutions have really understood and really put into practice what needs to be done to keep these athletes safe.
I heard Paul Knight in an interview today, and he says, you have to get your heads. A big thank you to all the administration, but the fans that understood what they needed to do, how important this is. We never, we had production meetings long ago. We never dreamed that we would be in this position in October, and we have just by doing the right thing. And very excited about being part of that because there's sectional soccer games going on as well. We'll keep you abreast of all the stuff that's going on tonight.
And so as part of the COVID protocols here from the IHSAA, both teams will be staying on their respective sides. They will not be switching sides, which is normally customary, and they will also be staying on the same bench as we are underway in Game 2 of this semifinal, and Bishop Chittard able to get the first blood in this one.
Heather Lyon, you will never, she's the young lady in the long hair. You'll never see her sit down. Well, she's going to make me lie. She's going to sit down. She's always up on the bench.
And so the quick serve here from Abby Murray, and a quick return on the other side from Mallory Dills. It just goes out of bounds. It's a point to Bishop Chittard.
And the quick start for Chittard is huge, and you can see the Heritage girls right there in the blue, sticking around to see who their opponent might be.
Ellen Keefe now with the serve for Chittard. And just slipping it over the net. A quick dig. And setting up on the other side, it's tipped, and it falls inbounds there, but Ellen Keefe just trying her best to at least make an attempt at getting the dig, and she's unable to get it done.
And you'll see quick substitutions by Cathedral. They'll get the player in the game quickly and put the ball back in quickly.
So now Mallory Dills will be serving the ball for Cathedral on their first service of the evening. And a hard return on the other side from Sylvie Kramer. And that is going to be the first kill of the night for Bishop Chittard. Kramer getting her first kill, and that is her 93rd on the season. And so now Samantha Ball, who's one of their big aces this year when it comes to serving the ball. She has 46 aces to her credit. And off the block, Cathedral able to come away with the point on that one. Katie Kramer getting it. And so now we'll see Caroline Kubiaki with the first service for her credit tonight. She only has 13 aces off of 181 services this season.
Oh, that was a line drive.
And a hard return. It tips out of bounds off the Cathedral block. A point to Chittard.
Libero leaves. Now is the front line is pretty big for Chittard.
Madeline Lunsford, the freshman, checking in to the lineup. So the serve now from Ball. And there's an easy kill on the other side, and it looks like they'll give that one to Mia Finn, the senior.
Mia Finn also plays basketball for Cathedral. Her mom's the head basketball coach at Cathedral High School.
And so it'll be Maria Robles with the service for Cathedral on this one. And that's a really long serve, and it'll be taken in the backcourt. Off the other side, high into the rafters.
Oh.
And the slip over on the other side. What awareness there by Ellen Keefe.
Well, I tell you what, you just saw that play develop, and Cathedral just backed up, and, man, she just found home right there.
So it's an early 5-3 advantage for Cathedral, and it's so far been pretty close. And this is the largest margin so far.
Now we're going to play without a ball.
And so we're waiting for the ball to make it back over here as they have to field at court.
Back in the day in the playground.
So now serving it will be Grace Feltz. And there's a really big kill attempt that goes just long.
So if you're Chittard right now, you're feeling pretty good, but you just got to keep the pressure on them.
So it's Sylvie Kramer serving the ball. And that's
nice
a
save.
Hard dig, but then it goes into the net, and another point to Chittard. So they're able to get a 4-point advantage here off of a rally from the service of Kramer.
Mallory Dills tried to get that over the net, just couldn't get that over the top.
Here we go again now. This time it will be Bremer, and she can't get it to go for Cathedral. And it just scrapes the sideline. They're going to call it no. They're going to say it was out of bounds. So that's a point to Cathedral.
That ball was sold by the coach calling that out.
So with the point to Cathedral, now we have Kelsey Bailey up for the serve, and now we have a quick discussion on the substitution.
Now, what happened is the sub leaves the sub line. If the official doesn't recognize that, now you could also get a yellow card here for delay a game, but these are great officials. They understand kids are excited. They just want to play the game.
On the other side, this time it's from
rotation.
Kelly. And there's a big kill underneath. Looked like that was Katie Bremer. And so that'll be Bremer's first kill of the night. And Bremer has been one of those players that Cathedral has really had to lean on with the absence of Sarah Casper. And a block right at the net. And now a point to Cathedral. And so we'll take a look at the previous point here for Chittard.
Just a nice hit.
That was a Cathedral point there. And now it goes again to Bishop Chittard on the previous play there while we were taking a look at the replay. So it's still a 1-point advantage to Chittard for the time being, make it 2 points. And so it'll be Sarah Kelly's serve for the Trojans. Oh. On the other side, an easy dig by the libero. And it just squeaks inbounds on that one.
Gotta like the rotation that Cathedral is doing, forcing them to bring the ball back up.
So Mallory Dills will get credit for that point. And the service for Cathedral.
Oh, overplayed. Nice.
Just getting a hand on it. Oh. And the return goes long from Mallory Dills.
Exactly what you wanted if you were Cathedral, just too strong on the outside line. Rotation perfect. Look at Heather Lyon will lose 5 pounds tonight just running up and down the floor. Like her spark.
And an easy point there for Cathedral. A not long-lived service for Melanie Jansen of Bishop Chittard. And so now it'll be Erica Barnheisel. And just slipping it in is Samantha Ball.
Well, I think that ball would have been out. They played the ball and played it right. How about the substitution? No one's going to rest tonight.
And keeping the general rotation is Heather Lyon here for Bishop Chatard. It'll be Ellen Keefe with the serve. Dills with the kill attempt. And it just gets back over the net, and it is still a point for Cathedral as it goes out of bounds off the dig from Samantha Ball.
Kurt, that ball was down on the floor, and they popped that back up.
And so Dills will earn this service here.
I think these teams want this.
It has been a tight ball game here in game one. And it just hits inside off of the block attempt from Katie Bremer, and that'll be Samantha Ball with the return, and now she'll have the serve.
Chatard, number 3, number 3rd seed in this tournament. Cathedral, number 2. You can see why this is going to be real close.
Just slipping over is Dills. A long rally. And a couple good digs in the backcourt there for Mia Finn. And Cathedral's able to come away with it, and Jansen unable to handle it on the other side. So again, a close ball game, definitely indicative of how bad these teams are going to be wanting to win this ball game, as Kubiaki gets the serve for Cathedral, and Bishop Chatard unable to communicate there for that one. Tied at 11 apiece.
Best of 5.
Kubiaki continues the serve. Just slipping it over, but on the quick return, that time was Mia Finn.
Looks like Cathedral is a little settled down a little bit now here.
And so this will be the first lead of the night for Cathedral.
Coach Hemmer yelling out the directions. Nice rotation.
Mia Finn with the return. Both teams on top of it now, and getting the block right there at the net. It looked like that was Abby Murray who got a hand on it.
Yeah, Murray was right there in the middle. And nice job. Look at Abby. Didn't quit on this ball and just punched it right over. Nice job.
And now Murray will have the serve. And she puts a lot of heat on that one. And Cathedral has to let it go. And slipping it over, give that one to Sarah Kelly. And Sarah Kelly, the junior, 206 kills so far this season, but she did not play any varsity sets last season for Cathedral. This time it goes out of bounds.
That's an enforced turnover, and that just hurts you.
And, of course, that's no varsity sets for Bishop Chatard for Sarah Kelly. So now we have Maria Robles. And she puts it in play for Cathedral. Hard return, easily dug. Off of the block right at the net. Give credit to that one for Taylor Lewis with some help from Mia Finn.
Nice communication, nice job.
So Robles will keep the serve up for Cathedral. It's a 14-13 advantage for the Irish. And she lobs this one over. And slipping it over again. That play from Ellen Keefe has worked twice so far tonight.
You know what? Cathedral playing up in net. Look at this. They're going to go to the attack. This is exactly what you want to do. They went to the attack, and someone forgot to go up to the 10-foot mark.
Sylvie Kramer now serving for Chatard. And so Ellen Kramer with 2 big points, keeping the tie up here for Chatard. And the return goes long, and Chatard gets the lead back. And so if this game is indicative of how the rest of this match is going to go, we're in for a pretty good and pretty long matchup.
Yeah, we could be here till 11 o'clock.
Setting up Gills.
calling for the outside hit.
And right at the net is the block for Cathedral. And again, another block. Still, Chittard playing well at the net here against the Irish. Dills.
They got it. She went over the line and hit the net. Good call by the official.
And that is now a 2-point advantage for Chittard. So
now, if she was out of bounds, if she was on the opposite side and she's out of bounds on that play, that's illegal. If she was inbounds.
On the other side, Mia Finn. And another big block there at the net by Finn, and Chittard unable to corral it. Again, keeping it close, 16-15, and this has been a very competitive first set. And so now Cathedral up for the service. And just slipping it back over is Ball.
Oh, nice push.
And getting it over the block attempt there is Kelly.
Oh, net violation on number 7, Mia Finn.
And that's the second one so far in the last few sets, and they're giving a few points to Chittard here.
You're to a point now where any mistakes, as you got a timeout by Cathedral, makes it 17-15, but any mistakes right now can really cost you this game.
Definitely. We'll be back in a minute. City Alliance Volleyball, powered by Indiana SRN.
Make it to the game? We've got your back. Just go to www.indianasrn.org and tune in to all of the live action, or go to our on-demand service and relive your favorite moments.
Be sure to follow us on Twitter at Indiana SRN and get updated scores, game day schedules, and much, much more. And of course, you can also find us on our YouTube channel. Just subscribe to us at Indiana SRN on YouTube and never miss a game with pre-game notifications. Indiana SRN, where you're always in the game. With Keith Myers, I'm Kurt Darling. Here's City Alliance Volleyball Tournament action, powered by Indiana SRN. And so far, this is definitely quite the opposite of what we saw in the first semifinal game here tonight, Keith. Heritage Christian beating Cecina, but right now, Cathedral and Bishop Chittard playing each other pretty hard here.
Yeah, we want to thank the IHSAA Board of Directors watching the game on Indiana SRN tonight.
And there is a hard effort from Cathedral, but the ace will go to Bishop Chittard. It's now a 3-point ball game. The largest deficit so far today has been 4. So now it'll be Sarah Kelly with the serve for Chittard again. And what a play at the net by Chittard. A block. Give that one to Madeline Lunsford with some help from Samantha Ball.
Yeah, Samantha Ball got a little bit of that. Yeah, give them both. Give them each one.
And they each get a block. It will just be as an assisted block, but still it is a block and nonetheless in the stat book.
Hey, a block is a block in the city tournament.
Now Cathedral getting organized, and it's tipped up, and that saves a big kill attempt against Cathedral. On the other side, Dills just threads the needle to get the point for the Irish. And so that will go down as a kill for Mallory Dills, her first of the night.
I tell you what, the libero saved Cathedral that time, putting that ball high enough where only one player could get it. And here we go. We're on a run here.
Mallory Dills puts it in play.
Oh.
And off of the tip from Cathedral, Bishop Chittard has really been able to play that game so far tonight.
Almost like a butterfly, right? I mean, it was going right the way, deflected it, and then it just died on you.
Looked like that was Colleen Leal in on that return for Chittard. So it's Melanie Jansen, the libero, getting the service for Chittard. It's a 4-point advantage for the Trojans at the line, and Cathedral just able to slip it over the net. So not letting it get too out of hand are the Irish. And now putting it in play will be Lucia Corsaro, the senior.
Woo!
And there was a lot of heat on that serve, but right on the return, it just sails wide of the line. Point to the Cathedral Irish.
Tell you what, they have not given up. We'll see what happens here. I would go deep here, Kurt, to serve this ball. Go very, very deep. Ah, nice.
She hits the back line and trying to fake out on the return from Abby Murray, and it just does not work out for her. And again, they give a point to the Irish, and it is now a 1-point game. And Lucia Corsaro leading second on the team in aces this year when it comes to serving the ball. And she gets another one.
Now it's tied 20. This would be a good time for a timeout. And sure enough, Chittard calls that timeout. As you look at you look at both of these teams, the winner of this game will play on Heritage Christian as Heritage Christian wins 25-18, 25-10, 25-12 over Indianapolis Scecina. That 25-18 first game really took a lot out of Scecina, and Heritage Christian, who have dominated a lot this year, really came to play, ranked 5th in 2A.
And of course now you have a distinct advantage here if you're Heritage Christian, because now you're actually able to get up close and personal watching whichever team you're going to be playing tomorrow. But keep in mind, you beat Scecina in straight sets. This game has the makings of going all 5 games.
Yes, but they're 17. At 60, no. At 17, yes, I'll be ready to play tomorrow.
Tired is tired no matter what the age is.
I'm telling you, man. I'm taking a nap tomorrow afternoon before championship game.
Lucia Corsaro putting it in play, and it's going to be a let, but it gets over the net. And on the return was Murray. Dills sets up Bremer. She gets it just over.
Now, if you're Cathedral, you feel pretty good because you were down 4. Now you're up 1. Now let's see if you can finish it. See what Chittard has to fight this.
Corsaro has led a 5-point rally here for Cathedral. But on the quick return, it does not fall into play for Carly DeCastro of Chittard. So, 2-point advantage now. And Lucia Corsaro to continue.
She's been the star.
Oh. And another ace for Corsaro. It is now an 8-point rally for Cathedral. As you take a look at this one, just could not handle it there was Colleen Leal.
Platform is not what you wanted to do. Here's a good timeout. Last timeout here. So, you calm them down, settle them down. You see they still all got smiles. It's okay. Don't threat. You're in this.
And the fact that you've really played them this close here for this game, it's indicative to know it's like, all right, you still have a few more games that you can at least try and regroup and get back into it.
Good observation there.
So it's 23-20. 25 points is the win. You have to win by 2.
Can't get to a computer? Then we've got you covered. Just go to the Indiana SRN app and stay up to date with all of your favorite teams. You can watch live coverage or relive the experience with our on-demand service.
I got an app. You got the app?
I do have the app, actually.
Got to get the app. Get it today, free.
Of course, you can get that on iPhone and iOS. As now Lucia Corsaro again with another ace, back-to-back aces for Corsaro. She's second on the team in aces for the reason. It is now a game point for Cathedral.
And what was a scare, now all of a sudden you feel, we got this. Or did they call that out? Or no, we're waiting for the ball. Okay.
Yeah, we're waiting for the ball here.
Second time tonight we've been waiting for that ball.
It almost got caught up there in the bleachers along just across the other side on the visiting side. So Lucia Corsaro puts it back in play again. It is game point for Cathedral. After they were down 4, they are now up 4. Chittard going to try and save this, but Dills has a hard one into the block. Just slipping it over again is Leal, but a Cathedral's there, and they take game 1. 25-20 in a hard-fought game 1. It is a 1-0 advantage in this match for the Cathedral Fighting Irish as you take a look here at the final point of the first game. And with that, we will take it to a quick timeout. And when we come back, we will get going for the start of Game 2 of this semifinal matchup of the City Alliance Volleyball Tournament, powered by Indiana SRN.
Your home and office make up a big part of your world. Sometimes trying to manage it all on your own can make you feel like you have the weight of the world on your shoulders. And when the weight of the world is on your shoulders, you need a strong back or two to come to your rescue and haul your stress away. You need the College Hunks. Whether it's time to clear some space for new memories, to reinvent the room around you, or to simply pack up and move into a fresh new beginning, you can count on the Hunks to bear your burden so you don't have to. Let us move you today.
Piper Group Warehouse has a strong commitment to their clients as their logistics provider. If you would like to discover how you can improve your service levels while lowering your overall cost, Piper Logistics Group can help. Call Greg Piper today at 317-396-3916. Piper Logistics Group.
You know, when Margaret and I decided to sell the old estate here, we had only one choice in signage. Logan Street Signs and Banners. Conveniently not located on Logan Street anymore, but rather located on 10th Street on the south side of Noblesville. Well, we sold the old beauty, and we were able to buy this wonderful estate. And we had so much money left over, I was able to buy this beautiful 1968 Eldorado Cadillac for Margaret. Only 472,000 miles. Margaret loves it because it's got those big seats and that heavy-duty suspension to support her svelte frame. Next time you're looking for signs or banners, call old Jim at Logan Street Signs and Banners, 773-7200. Conveniently not located on Logan Street anymore.
One game to nothing here in favor of the Cathedral Fighting Irish over the Bishop Chatard Trojans. City Alliance Volleyball Tournament action powered by Indiana SRN. Taking a look at Lucia Corsaro there, who led a 9-point rally for the Cathedral Irish to come down from 20-16 to take that first game over Chatard there, Keith.
Yeah, once again, you look at the game situation. If you're Chatard, you felt pretty good at 2016. But then you forgot to shut the door. And now what you have to do is regroup. If you're Cathedral, put on the gas.
And Mallory Dills will put her foot on the gas pedal here as she puts the ball in play to start game number 2 of this second semifinal matchup. And with that, Cathedral will take the first point. Of course, the winner of this game going to have the honor of facing Heritage Christian in the championship game. And, of course, Cathedral looking to keep their winning streak alive in this tournament as, again, Dills gets the second point here off of another ace. So that'll be her first ace of the night and the second for the Irish. Actually, the third for the Irish so far in this game. Lucia Corsaro getting a couple aces there during her big rally in the previous game.
Oh.
This time off of the tip, Dills unable to corral it, and it looked like that was Abby Murray getting the return there.
Holes in the hands.
And so Samantha Ball will have the first service for the Trojans in this game 2. Of course, it was a close game in game 1, with the margin hovering around 2 or 3 points between which either team was leading at the time, as the Cathedral Irish will get the tip and the point with it. So as you can see now, it's going to be Caroline Kubiaki. Serving not what she's best at, she's more along the lines of a good digger for this Cathedral team.
That is pure strength. I mean, that is just muscle.
And a great play from Katie Bremer with a little bit of help of Mia Finn.
Look at I mean, that's just strength. Take it behind your ear and whack.
right at the net. It goes into the net, so that'll be a point for Cathedral. And that actually was Katie Barthel there on that previous play. She's second on the team in kills, 101 coming into this game. Another hard block, but it goes to the wrong way for Cathedral. On the other side, it gets tipped long by Bremer. It's going to be double hit for Cathedral, for Chittard, and it will be a Cathedral point. And so now, a little bit different this time around. Cathedral having a slow start in that first game. They're now out to a 5-point advantage. And another double hit. No, it's going to go against Cathedral. It was a net violation. So they're going to give that point to Chittard. A big break there. Barthel on the other side. And we have a point to Cathedral. Looks like it's a double hit on Chittard. So now we'll have Maria Robles check into the ball game. Of course, when you normally see her, it's when she's in to come serve the ball.
You think this woke up Cathedral here? Game one, got that scare, and now all of a sudden you're feeling kind of relaxed and things going your way a little bit.
Definitely helps to be in a rhythm as you keep going, but of course
hit.
Chittard getting into a rhythm of their own. Even though they're still only down by 4 points, they're not exactly letting it get out of hand.
Tell you, everything we're tweeting out, the IHSAA is tweeting out. Gene, thank you so much. We love you. Thank you for very much listening tonight and watching.
Sylvie Kramer on the serve for Chittard.
This is a nice hit right here.
And setting it up there on the return, Sarah Kelly can't get that one to fall. Instead, it'll be Taylor Lewis, the freshman for Cathedral.
Cathedral, game one, they had a hard time adjusting. Game two, it seems like they now know the spots, where to go. Communication's a lot better. There's a good look at Taylor Lewis.
And so now in the backcourt, it will be Mia Finn, I believe. Either that or Kelsey Bailey. And that just hits the line. Sarah Kelly, what a kill.
Mia Finn was there, but she was going to let it go because I think Mia thought that ball was going to be out and just barely landed on the line.
So Sarah Kelly getting her 207th kill so far this season, and she gets it with authority here and a big windup.
You just don't know, do you?
And so now it'll be Kelly's serve, and she hits the back line of Cathedral. And good awareness on the block there for Chittard, but it gets blocked the wrong way, and it falls in Cathedral's favor. And it'll be a point for Mia Finn, who will now have the serve. Samantha Ball can't get it to fall on that side.
There's the call. Outside hit.
And again, Ball unable to deliver. But still, she gets it back on a block with a little bit of help from Madeline Lunsford. And Lunsford turning in some good minutes so far here in this contest. She's a freshman and is fifth on the kills. And a long serve from Melanie Jansen. And she'll get the subsequent dig. Good backup by Jansen. And a sneak over by Ball.
Oh, nice.
Look at
dig.
Jansen with the big dig.
Nice.
This time, Cathedral gets it hammered home.
Jansen did exactly what she needed to do. She gets down on her knees and pops that back up. That's just a tough point to lose.
And that was Erin Emick on the kill there, the sophomore, who hasn't seen a whole lot of playing time this year, but definitely coming in and delivering big. Hard block at the net by Chittard. And almost slipping it over there was Abby Murray. It goes out of bounds, and it's just long, not tipped by Chittard. And now we'll have a few substitutions as they get the service back. And again, Chittard not exactly letting it get out of hand here.
Yeah, you're staying around that 4-point mark. You got to feel pretty good about yourself. Oh,
and a short serve is played by Cathedral.
Got a net violation against Cathedral.
And so that will put the point for Cathedral anyway. And now we have a timeout on the floor. Be sure to never miss a game by following us on our YouTube page and subscribe now. Get notifications about upcoming events. Go to YouTube and then Indiana SRN at youtube.com.
Burtner Electric Incorporated has been proudly serving our residential and commercial customers with quality electrical repair for over 33 years. We are fully licensed and insured in electrical wiring and electrician service packages. You'll receive a competitive assessment, whether you're a homeowner or a business owner, first-time or long-time customer. We offer free estimates for any new project. Call our licensed and experienced electricians today.
Can't make it to the game? We've got your back. Just go to www.indianasrn.org and tune in to all of the live action, or go to our on-demand service and relive your favorite moments.
Tight ball game here at Heritage Christian. Cathedral leading Chittard 10-7 in game number 2. But of course, we have a lot more games to look forward to on Indiana SRN.
Tomorrow night, the championship game of the City Alliance, 7:30 start right here on the network. Also, soccer, Guerin Catholic taking on Westfield tomorrow night.
So you can catch those games right here on Indiana SRN as we have a double hit on Chittard, which will give a point to Cathedral.
How about football on Friday? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 big games for you, and we'll run those down for you in just a couple minutes.
On the serve here for Cathedral is Mallory Dills. She's had a very good night for the Irish so far. And lots of hard efforts here, as this time it is going to be Katie Barthel, the sophomore, getting the kill.
Great time of the year for the fall. Wrapping up volleyball, soccer, cross country, boys tennis. We're glad we're part of it. Indiana SRN.
And Dills with an excellent serve right into the palm of Samantha Ball. She's unable to get a good dig on it, and it does not come back over. So Cathedral been in control of this one since the beginning. Here for game 2, of course, it was a big back and forth battle in game 1 at that service going long for Dills. But nonetheless, so far it has not been one of those big runaway games like we saw in game 1.
No, you just want to stay real close. So you're playing the defending City Alliance champion.
And Samantha Ball's serve goes long just off the corner. And again, back to Cathedral. And of course, now you're in this situation where if you're Bishop Chittard, you don't exactly want to give up too many of those opportunities.
Yeah, you want this ball back as quickly as possible.
Blocked at the net, and it goes Chittard's way.
That helps you.
So you had Mia Finn along with Mallory Dills there at the net, just trying to challenge for that block.
Hello to Connie Abbott, who's listening to us, watching the game from all the way to Florida. How about that? Thank you very much for listening.
You got to love the internet.
Yes, sir.
And so now we're going to be seeing Lucy Jin check into the ball game for Chittard. Has not seen a whole lot of sets, but definitely comes in to get some good services as well. She has 18 aces on the year, and definitely getting some help from her supporting staff at the net, with Madeline Lunsford getting the block, and it just sails out of bounds. It's actually tipped by Chittard, and so it will be a Cathedral point.
Connie says, go Cathedral, and thanks for the broadcast, Mia Finn, her aunt. Thank you very much for watching.
And so now we'll have Maria Robles, the junior, getting the serve for Cathedral. And there is a big kill coming right down the middle from Mia Finn. And, of course, that one's definitely for her aunt following on Twitter right there.
Yeah, maybe she knew.
So that's going to be Mia Finn's second kill of the night. Definitely a killing machine coming into this contest with 83 on the season. And so Maria Robles will keep the service going.
You got a great word for, great name for words. A great... Never mind.
Away with words?
Yeah, thank you. You should be a news director.
That's as, again, Cathedral getting a point right there. Well, of course, not a news director for my day job, but definitely something like that.
Yeah, we won't let people know that you could listen to him in the morning at 5:30 in the morning.
Maria Robles keeps the serve going for Cathedral. And again blocked right at the net, and it goes Chittard's way. And that's the second time that that's happened here in the last few sets or so. But now you've really got to keep it going.
And just in time, our producer just throws up your, yeah, way to go. You know, it just says Coach Indiana SRN. It says Kurt Darling, WIBC. Okay.
Big thanks to our producer, Jerry Collins, for making sure we get that there as Bishop Chittard gets the ace on that one. And, of course, a big one coming from Sylvie Kramer.
You know, they have separated this now. They're in pretty good shape here.
But, of course, Chittard going to try and close that gap back up. But they are unable to do so there as a big return comes from Mallory Dills. And so we'll see Kelsey Bailey check back into the ball game to get her service reps in here. 14 aces so far this season for Bailey. They're really going to have to get it back over the net from long is Sarah Kelly. That sets up an easy play and an easy kill for Taylor Lewis. And now we'll have a timeout on the floor, and we'll take one with them. City Alliance Volleyball Tournament action, powered by Indiana SRN.
Can't make it to the game? We've got your back. Just go to www.indianasrn.org and tune in to all of the live action, or go to our on-demand service and relive your favorite moments.
Life comes at you fast, so it's important to have some help along the way.
Ah, my favorite patient. Ah, my favorite patient.
When the dust settles, it doesn't always end as anticipated. Embrace the journey and care for the ones around you.
My favorite patient.
For everything else and every stage in between,
my favorite patient.
Methodist Sports Medicine is here for you.
Be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel and never miss a game. Get all the action on demand. Whether if you missed this game or the semifinal game from earlier tonight, you can catch all of that content right here on Indiana SRN and YouTube.com. Getting right back into the action here. Cathedral picking up another point. And so now if you're Cathedral, you want to try and just coast right this to the end and get game 2 in the books.
Get game 2 in the book and then get ready and finish it up.
Kelsey Bailey continuing to serve here. She's leading a 2-point rally so far for the Irish. And off the block, a hard one. Taylor Lewis with some help from Mia Finn.
You know, you talk about watching the game on demand, and a lot of these girls will go home tonight, flip on Indiana SRN and watch this, and I guarantee you coaches will be watching this tomorrow.
Kelsey Bailey, and unable to return is Bishop Chittard. So Kelsey Bailey really pouring on the service big time here.
Got to like this effort here. Just ball was short and just couldn't get it up.
Once again, a good serve from Bailey. This time Chittard is organized, but they cannot get that back over the net. It goes back to Cathedral.
Now you're just forcing them to just get it over the net, and they're out of system a little bit.
course, Chittard trying to beat Cathedral for just the 5th time, this being the 22nd meeting in the last 10 years between these two squads. Cathedral has really dominated the series over the last decade.
Sometimes you just can't beat an opponent,
especially in a heated rivalry like this. Just ask the Michigan Wolverines. And another hard hit goes back out of bounds, tipped out of bounds by Chittard, and now you have game point to Cathedral yet again. And so what was a close affair in the first game has been all Cathedral in this second game. And again, another ace for Cathedral. Kelsey Bailey closes things out for the Irish, and that is now a 2-0 advantage for the Cathedral Fighting Irish. As we take a look here, they'll go back to their huddle and try to keep this momentum going into the next game.
Yeah, you win 25-20, 25-11, and that time it almost looks like the effort of Cathedral was just dominating. So now all of a sudden, if you're Bishop Chittard, you have to regroup. You got to come up with a way to get things rolling for yourself, because you're not out of it, but you got to make a stop.
Definitely you do. City Alliance Volleyball Tournament action powered by Indiana SRN.
In today's fast-moving business world, effectively marketing your company takes hard work, creativity, and the right team. With over 40 years of experience, PIP has been enabling companies large and small to find success in achieving their business objectives. We understand the challenges our clients face. That's why we have a variety of print solutions suited to fit your every need. Whatever your printing request may be, from a quick turnaround on a company brochure for an upcoming trade show, a direct mail piece that needs to be designed, printed, and mailed, to complex marketing projects, PIP is sure to have the right print solution for you. Nothing grabs attention like a well-crafted sign. It can transform virtually any surface into an eye-catching experience, boosting your marketing appeal. From banners, posters, floor graphics, and window decals, to wayfinding and yard signs. We not only help with sign design and getting it installed, we also integrate them into your overall marketing strategy, designed to help you win. PIP also provides best-in-class integrated marketing solutions to help you make the most out of your next campaign. Our approach to marketing ensures that your strategy is seamlessly executed across all media, online and offline, so your business always looks its best. At PIP, we understand it takes a team to achieve business growth, and that's why we're here to help. Get to know PIP and let us make your world a better place.
Getting set for Game 3 here on Indiana SRN. City Alliance Volleyball Tournament action between Cathedral and Chittard. But, of course, we have a lot more other games coming up this Friday, Keith.
Yeah, football for you. Heritage Christian and Tinley. That game is a TV game. Cecina Ritter, a TV game. Park Tudor Covenant Christian. That's going to be great. That's a TV game. How about Terre Haute Southport? TV game. Then our radio games of the week. Shelbyville at Mount Vernon. North Central of Farmersburg taking on Traders Point. Frontier versus West Central. Soccer Saturday afternoon at 2 o'clock. The championship game for Sectional 10. 10 big games for you right here on the Family of Networks. Indiana SRN. Indiana SRN, when you're always in the
game.
You know it.
Exactly. Game 3. And speaking of games, getting back underway here, as now Cathedral going to try and close things out, but Chittard going to try and make it as difficult as possible for the Fighting Irish, as now you have, again, Chittard really playing hard at the net now. And this time they finally get their own rally. And now we have a net violation on Chittard, giving a point to Cathedral. So again, kind of the same situation that happened in the first game here, Keith. Now you're allowing Cathedral to get some early momentum.
Yeah, one of the things I like about Chittard is the momentum. It seems like they're playing a little bit more spunk with this Game 3. They understand that they need this game.
A hard block right at the net there by Aaron Emick, along with some help from Taylor Lewis. As you take a look at this replay right here, both of them were just ready for it and playing it perfectly. So it's a 2 points to none in favor of Cathedral. And that return going long from Abby Murray. With a little bit of help from Ellen Keefe there. So now Cathedral really getting some momentum on their side, and a lot of it is from these unforced errors from Bishop Chittard. And right there, Cathedral's ready, but we have a whistle.
Do we have a violation?
Looked like it might have been some sort of net. It looked like they may have called a net violation on Cathedral for some reason, but now you have another point to Cathedral either way. It was actually a violation on Chittard. And that one just barely clears the net, but it gets over. And another big block right at the net by Emick. Oh, but right there is Chittard also showing off their blocking chops. And just slipping it over the net that time is going to be Mia Finn.
Nice.
And Cathedral unable to get the return, and Chittard catches a break.
How about Samantha Ball there? Never giving up on the ball at all, pardon the pun. Nice job. And then you make a great player, you get to serve.
Of course, Samantha Ball falling in the rotation here. She will get the serve in play for Chittard. But a hard return on the other side by Barthel. And a hard block as well. And again, it's Emick. And so the sophomore Erin Emick turning in some very good minutes tonight for Chittard. She gets the ball back in the hands of Cathedral, and with that it will be Barnheisel to serve. Correction, that's Caroline Kubiaki.
She tried to force it over, hit the antenna.
And of course, if the ball hits the antenna on the way over, that is out of bounds. And a point now goes to Cathedral. So again, it's a 5-point advantage. And Chittard, again, letting Cathedral sort of run away with this. But this time, they're able to get it through the block and get a big, crucial point there to at least try and stop the bleeding a little bit early in this one.
Indiana SRN will be covering girls volleyball sectional. If you're interested in having us cover one of your sectional games, please contact us at coach@indianasrn.org. Volleyball and Indiana SRN. Indiana SRN, where you're always in the game.
Off a big block there for Chittard. And a big point there. So they keep it a 3-point ball game. Lucy Ginn, again, getting some service time here for Chittard. And she puts a lot of heat on that one.
Oh,
but that was a hard hit from Barthel. But equally goes the other way, but there for the block is Mia Finn.
Nice job, and just right there blocking. Thanks to our camera guys tonight, Bill Stan and Tellion Johnson. Nice shots here at Heritage High School. I want to thank Heritage High School and all the City Alliance athletic directors for letting us be part of this for our 6th season. Brand new floor at Heritage Christian. Beautiful floor, isn't it?
Indeed it is. Nice and shiny. Of course, you can see everything pretty well as that service goes awry for Cathedral. And so now if you're Chittard, you got to take advantage of these opportunities.
Yeah, you got to take, you really need, not panic, but you really need to come back very quickly here.
Especially down 2-0 right now as the service comes from Ellen Keefe. And that goes down for Cathedral.
I think that ball might have been out again, and she just got her hand up there.
Of course, that's a hard judgment call, but on the return here from Barthel, you can just see
that might have stayed in.
But nonetheless, it is a Fighting Irish point. And so Kelsey Bailey with the serve. She had that big rally to end the previous game. That just catches the corner. Give that point to Madeline Lunsford. The freshman getting a kill.
How about that for the freshman? Flex her muscle a little bit.
63 kills for Madeline Lunsford so far this year. She's 5th on the team in that regard. And now a decent serve from Chittard, but an even better return from Cathedral. No, it stays in play off of the wall. It hits inside. What are they going to call here? And I'm not sure how they're going to score this one.
We lost the ball, but somehow that ball
looks like it's a point to Cathedral.
That must have went out then.
Either way, that almost went in bounds, and this time the serve goes into the net, so maybe a case of ball don't lie there, but either way, that would have been a really good sequence had Chittard been able to convert that one.
Let me write that down. Ball don't lie. I got it.
It's a basketball term.
I got
Sometimes
it.
it's universal.
Okay.
Oh, that's 2 hits. And again, it doesn't fall here for Cathedral. A point to the Trojans of Chittard.
How about this? Cut it within 2.
And now a timeout is called by Cathedral. And a much needed one. So we'll take one with it here. Volleyball powered by Indiana SRN.
How does a good man become even better? By working out? Or by working his way up the corporate ladder? By changing his diet? Or by changing his style? By traveling the world? Or by staying perfectly still? For 300 years, we've helped good men become the best versions of themselves through a dedicated fraternity and by taking an oath to live a life of integrity, service, and brotherly love. Men who are as committed to each other and their families as they are to our noble cause. In the end, we don't just make men better, we make them Masons. Not just a man, a Mason.
Right back to the action here on Indiana SRN. Chittard has now tied the game up after going into the timeout just 1 point down. Of course, Chittard going to try and keep this thing alive as they are down 2-0, and now they've taken the lead in this crucial Game 3.
And you see them a little bit up, a little bit more aggressive. Nice. Never quit. Love it. That's their coach right there.
9-8 the score in favor of Chittard. Cathedral really trying to get back into the lead, and of course now they have an opportunity to do just that as it gets tipped out of bounds by Chittard.
You know, Heather Lyon it has that never quit attitude every single time, and you can see her team's feeding on her emotions right here.
Lucia Corsaro, the server now. Of course, she had that big 9-point rally to end Game 1 for the Irish. But this time that rally will not happen as Abby Murray gets a big kill to put the Trojans back out in front. As you take a look at the replay here, a nice, easy catching the back corner for Abby Murray. Positive anything is better than negative nothing. Be a good sport. Indiana SRN promotes good sportsmanship. And, of course, good sportsmanship there as Abby Murray able to get another one. It is now a 2-point advantage for Bishop Chittard.
You know, they were down, and they have mustered themselves right back in it.
They were down by as many as 5 points. They are now 2 points ahead. And now Cathedral trying to get themselves back organized. And another big dig by Melanie Jansen. She has had a heck of a night digging the ball. In fact, she's second on the team in digs. And one of those digs ends up turning into a 4-hit by Cathedral. And Chittard has now taken a 3-point advantage.
You just have to maintain focus here.
But the service goes into the net, and right there, you just got to keep that focus, maybe a little bit of lack thereof on that regard.
Congratulations to Guerin Catholic boys. Beat Covenant Christian 3-0 tonight in boys soccer.
Mallory Dills with the serve for Cathedral. Barthel, and she gets a kill.
Also, congratulations to Heritage Christian boys soccer team defeating Cecina tonight 3-1 in the first round of the sectional.
So Heritage goes 2 for 2 tonight on Cecina.
And Heritage will play Park Tudor in the championship game tomorrow night, Saturday night at 7 o'clock.
And interestingly enough, Heritage Christian has Park Tudor in the first round of sectionals for volleyball. Funny how that works. A heck of a dig by Jansen. That sets up a kill. Give that one to Sylvie Kramer.
And when you needed a point, what does Kramer do? Just delivers to you.
Chittard trying to nurse a 2-point advantage here.
Hillary Meek just checking in the ball game for Chittard.
Serve from Samantha Ball. And off the block, that's to Chittard again off of a tip from the block of Cathedral. And so Chittard really catching a few breaks this time.
And they start, now all of a sudden you start believing, hey, we could do something here.
It's a 3-point advantage, and now a ball gets the ace to Samantha Ball. That is her first ace of the night. Barthel with it. This time it's dug there by Ball.
Nice up.
Slipping it right over the net again there, Cathedral. Looks like that was Mia Finn with it. As we take a look at the replay here, that was actually Katie Bremer, the junior, who has had a little bit of a quiet night. She's one of those players that they've really had to rely on with the absence of Sarah Casper. But Cathedral unable to take advantage again, and then Chittard goes with it. And so 16-12. And again, Chittard able to come away with it on another ace. And with that, a timeout is called on the floor, and we'll keep it right here on Indiana SRN. Be sure to follow us on Twitter at Indiana SRN. Get updated scores, game day schedules, and much more at Indiana SRN. Of course, lots of schedules for a lot of different games that you can definitely be seeing over the next 48 hours on Indiana SRN. Lots of football, volleyball, and even some soccer coming up. Just keep tuned right here to Indiana SRN.
And you can tune in tomorrow night at 7:30. We'll have the championship game of the city finals. JV game is set as Heritage Christian's girls JV takes on Cathedral. Who knows? It may be the same for the varsity matchup, but our coverage begins at 7:25 tomorrow night right here on the networks. And then, as you mentioned, got so much going on this weekend with soccer and more volleyball and a lot more football. So stay with us, indianasrn.org.
So a 5-point deficit for Cathedral right now. Bishop Chittard trying to win their first game of this match, as Cathedral has taken a 2-0 advantage early. A hard block at the net. Barthel saves it, puts it up back to Barthel, and she gets a kill. That's 3 kills tonight for Katie Barthel, the sophomore sensation for this Cathedral Irish squad. She's second on the team in kills this season alone. She's a season high of 18 kills against Perry Meridian earlier this year, as now we will have Maria Robles getting the serve. And Barthel tries again. And just floating it over, right there is Ball, getting it from Mia Finn. We have a whistle and a point to Cathedral. They finally break the stalemate, and Cathedral's really going to have to try and get some momentum going here.
You see Coach Himmer just telling the girls, just keep playing, keep playing.
On the other side, A big dig there in the backcourt from Kubiaki. It sails long. It's tipped out of bounds by Chittard.
Boy, that ball just barely got tipped. And now 17.
It would be 17 to 15 coming up here. And so Maria Robles continues the service for Cathedral. Cathedral needs to win this game to try and put away the match, but they're not going to do that with Chittard still getting a point and keeping their 3-point advantage.
That ball might have had a little bit of eyes, because I tell you what, that just walked right in.
So now Carly DeCastro checking in for Chittard.
Watch this floater here. Oh, nice little line drive.
Barthel puts it back over, but a big block from Chittard, but it tipped out of bounds. Point to Cathedral.
Look at the height she gets up on that.
And Barthel really wanted that one. And of course she got it with the ball being tipped out of bounds off the block. So here's the serve from Bailey. And another solo block right at the net from Katie Barthel.
You know, Cathedral goes down a little bit. Now they're coming back up. Tight ball game. Key plays here down the stretch.
Kelsey Bailey to keep serving. It is a 1-point ball game. And a floater just barely dug in the middle of the court. Big block, but it gets tipped down, and a huge point for Chittard to keep the advantage.
That's what you needed here. Look at this little, is this a pancake here? No.
Just a block that went awry there as you had Mia Finn in on that, along with Taylor Lewis. And just slipping it over. Oh. And a crucial point there for Cathedral to keep pace. A 1-point ball game. You have to win a game by 2. And it's the first to 25. Cathedral leads 2 games to none. And the hit from Ball does not go anywhere. A block at the net, but scooting it back over, and we have a net violation on Cathedral. And it's going to be a double hit. So Chittard keeps the 2-point advantage for the time being. Melanie Jansen to serve.
Now it's a race to 5.
Jansen with a really good serve right on the front of the back line. And Cathedral unable to field it. It's an ace for Jansen. Her 18th ace of the season. And it sails out of bounds from Bishop Chittard. Samantha Ball unable to convert.
Oh, you're so close. Here comes the person you want to have the ball right here.
Lucia Corsaro. She had that 9-point rally at the end of the first game to really seal the deal for Cathedral in that first one. Down 2 points. Unable to get a good return there is Cathedral. But off a block, a big one there at the net from Bremer. It's up. Kill attempt. And it's fielded easily there by Chittard. There's a block at the net by Cathedral. Dills, big dig in the backcourt. Here's a long rally, and it goes into the net. Samantha Ball is furious with herself on that one. It is a 1-point ball game.
You know, you worked so hard, and that ball is just keeps going and going, and then you lose that point. Now let's see if you just regroup here. You're still up by 1. You have the advantage. Let's see what happens.
Lucia Corsaro. And it's an ace for Corsaro. And here we go again here, Keith.
Now you got to call timeout. You got to settle your kids down. Timeout, Chittard. 21-21, game number 3. In the semifinals, if you missed it, Heritage Christian beats Cecina in game number 1 tonight, 25-18, 25-10, 25-12. They have been resting now for almost an hour and a half. But you know what? They're 17-year-old, as we talked about before. But, man, what this game is worth the price of admission.
And, of course, Cathedral now has come back from at least a 5-point deficit twice in this game. They did so earlier in game 1. Lucia Corsaro, a big factor in leading the team back to that first game win. A much looser game in the second game with Cathedral really coming away with that one, but now it's just tighter here.
And if you're scouting tonight, that's one of the things you write down is they come back. They don't quit. Both of these teams have played very, very well, and both teams have not quit. Now it's a race to 4.
So here we go out of the timeout. Corsaro. And again, a miscommunication for Chittard, and they take the lead back to the Irish. Not the time that you want to lose focus there.
How about this libero serving? What is this? Her 5th point straight?
This would be, yes, this would be, she's serving her 5th point here. And another big dig by Corsaro saves it for Cathedral. Samantha Ball with off the block. Oh. She tries again. Dig by Corsaro. And Emick with a big kill attempt. That doesn't go, but another block at the net by Bremer. And there's Corsaro again.
My goodness.
But they cannot get it over this time. Woo. But you've got to love the effort from the libero and Lucia Corsaro. She had 3 digs.
I mean, that was straight up in the air. That almost got to the net.
Whew. And now if you're Chittard, you take advantage of it right now. And Corsaro off the dig. Dills tips it off of Chittard. They get the ball back at a very crucial time.
Now if you're Chittard, you got to play every ball. You got to go after every ball because your time is limited.
It's now Mallory Dills for the serve. You have to win the game by 2. And Dills with a big serve in the back line, and it will go down as an ace. It is now match point. And if you are Bishop Chittard, you definitely call a timeout. Of course, we will keep it right here with just 1 point to go in this game for Cathedral. They are serving match point.
Yeah, we want to thank everybody real quick while we have time. We want to thank the athletic directors of the City Alliance, as I do believe this is our 5th or 6th year covering these finals. Thank you very much. If you love these broadcasts, please contact the City Alliance athletic directors. Also want to thank the host, Heritage Christian, and all the coaches for giving us all the stats and everything else in the Final Four. Thank you so much. Indiana SRN, where you're always in the game. There's a nice shot of the Chittard crowd.
And so here we go. Match point for Cathedral. This is to punch their ticket to face Heritage Christian in the final tomorrow night. Dills off the serve, a dig from Jansen, and she gets the dig back. Off the block, a net violation on, it's actually a lifting violation on Cathedral, and back to Chittard, the ball goes. It is a 1-point ball game. You have to win the game by 2.
I got no nails left. Come on.
We have ourselves a barn burner now here in Heritage Christian. This is descended to a 4th game. A hard hit there by Mia Finn. It just catches the corner. It is inbounds. It is tied at 24.
Woo. Now you got to win by 2. You struggled all the way. Now you got to finish.
Samantha Ball serving for Chittard. Playing to 26. Advantage to Cathedral. And so now they bring in Colleen Kubiaki, the junior. 13 aces on the season.
This is all I got to do. Just get it over the net.
Match point for Cathedral. Dig by Corsaro. on the return.
Nice up.
Off the block, you got to dig. Setting it up.
Oh!
And a big return from, it goes out of bounds. And that is it. Cathedral in straight sets beats the Bishop Chatard Trojans. They are going to the City Alliance Tournament Final.
25-20, 25-11, 26-24. What a game, what a match. Great game in store for you tomorrow night. Cathedral, the number 2 seed, taking on Heritage Christian, the number 1 team. Kurt and I will be back tomorrow night. I'm looking forward to it.
Definitely, Keith. And, of course, still before we go, a valiant effort by the Trojans tonight. They take it right down there. Even though it was a competitive straight sets win here for Cathedral, it is a straight set win nonetheless. 7:30 tomorrow, Heritage Christian and Cathedral in the final for the City Alliance Volleyball Tournament powered by Indiana SRN. For all of us here at Indiana SRN, Keith Myers, Jerry Collins, of course, our cameraman Telly and Johnson and Bill Stan. I'm Kurt Darling saying so long till tomorrow night. You've been watching IHSAA Volleyball on Indiana SRN. So long, everybody.